What is up, risk takers? Welcome to the Kill Pete Strategy and the Waiting on Your Best Behavior podcast. And today I have a very special guest, number one ranked player, Xerokee. How's it going, Xerokee?
Hello, everyone.
So, Xerokee was one of the very first people I ever spoke with on the Discord because he was, just by coincidence, hosting the first tournament game that I joined. So you were actually the first guy I chatted with ever. And then I saw that you were number one. I was like, oh, wow, okay. This is a serious space. Yeah. So we'll get into... Go ahead.
It was a great experience.
Yeah, well, because that game was super fun. Because one of the people led us along and then ended up didn't even showing up. So we had to void the game. And I had to find my first round elsewhere. So you
It was really hilarious.
Well, I'm glad you found it hilarious because I don't know if I would be as patient as you.
Yeah.
But I guess as an event helper, you have to behave. You have to be respectful and not tell people where to go, even when they kind of yank you around.
Yeah, you need to be careful about a lot of stuff, basically.
So classic, progressive with blizzards?
Yeah, we can do that with fog, of course.
Yes, fog.
Actually, no fog.
No fog. Okay. and I'm going to do alliances because that's a fun.
Yeah, because why not?
Because why not? Can you see my games?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
No.
No, you can't see my games? I'll invite you then. Okay, and who else is online? Tank is online, and Gabe said he'd play. Let's see who else we can get. Let's get some good Grandmasters in here. RM4 UK. So Tank reaching number one. That's something I wanted to ask you about. That's very exciting. Just happened the other day.
Yeah, I basically learned to practice with him as much as possible on these settings and taught him these settings to use for grinding.
You taught him everything he knows?
Yeah.
Oh, really? Okay, that's very interesting.
I basically showed him these settings for grinding and he learned how to properly play it. So he really got used to it and got a really good win strike in it. So it's a great accomplishment for him, definitely.
Yeah. So can you share? What are the settings exactly?
Well, it's USA, 60 seconds, of course, fog, blizzards, manual, and expert bot. Even though that doesn't matter really because you're never gonna disconnect from the game. Except if your opponent disconnects, of course, but that doesn't matter most of the time.
Yeah. So I'd just like to show all the people who we have in this game. We have Riskmaster Gabe in the first position, and he's playing light blue. And then we have Fastbite, I know, as a GM. That's a pretty good record. And then Xerokee is third, playing black. And Tank, also ranked number one, in the fourth position. And then myself, and finally Lee General DVD in position 6. So we have a 6-player all-grandmaster classic game. How do you like your start?
Yeah, quite stacked.
Why not, man? These are the type of games I'm sure you live for, right?
Yeah, pretty much. It's the most fun you can get from the risk.
Because nobody makes silly mistakes, suicides into you.
Yeah, most of the time, yeah.
This is the number.
Oh, that was.
You lost your 11%, man.
Yeah.
You got unlucky. This is the number one thing I wanted to talk to you about. So, a buddy of mine said to me once, he was like, pontificating about his brilliance, and I was like, what a chore it must be for you to be the smartest guy in the room.
Most of the time.
You get my joke, right?
Yeah, I get it.
Have you felt like that a lot in your life?
Well, not really, to be honest, because often when I was going to school, I was oftentimes bullied because I wasn't really that bright in mind. I was always fooling around with everybody, so didn't really take much stuff seriously.
So
But now that
you were bullied because people said you weren't smart?
yeah, I wasn't really clever to be honest. I was doing mostly shit stuff in school.
But because of your actions, not your ability.
Yeah, actions, of course. Yeah.
Okay. Everyone, I'm not going to say everyone, but so many guys I've talked to in the Risk Discord have a history with being bullied. It's interesting.
Yeah, it definitely gets to you. You learn a lot from experiencing it.
So you would say it was a positive thing in your life?
Yeah, definitely. Because I learned a lot of negative stuff that I needed to avoid later on in the life, and just to relax, not take anything seriously too much if it isn't so much of an impact on my life.
That's such a important thing to know. I just
Yeah.
I realized more recently in my life that how I feel about things doesn't really matter as much as I think it does.
Yeah, it doesn't. Especially when this coronavirus came, nothing really matters to be honest to people.
Sure, it's a mess, and you can get
It's a big mess,
it's a
yes.
fucking mess, man. I look, I can't believe that I'm
Yeah,
still in my city not allowed to go to um, the store and buy things normally.
yeah,
Simple
it's
things.
just bad.
But we're getting there. I got my vaccine 2 days ago, so I see the road out. How about you guys? How's you're Croatian, yes?
Yeah, yeah.
How is Croatia doing?
Well, we're doing pretty fine, but most of the time it's always a mess. Some kind of mess comes around and ruins the whole structure of our people, and it's just the same story. Everyone in lockdown and stuff like that.
How many times have you been locked down?
I think maybe like 5 times, something like that.
That's crazy.
Yeah, we need to. We are basically forced to do online school most of the time because there's just no opportunity to go to school.
Do you
A
prefer
lot of cases
do you
from Corona.
prefer online or do you prefer in
What did you
person?
say?
What would you rather? Would you rather do online school or would you rather go in person?
Well, online school is definitely easier, but you don't learn a lot of stuff because you don't pay attention much. So it's like, what?
Well, why don't you tell the audience? So can I ask you're how old?
I'm 19.
And you're in school for?
For college, actually.
Okay.
I'm learning programming.
Well, that's definitely going to be a useful job in the future.
Yeah.
It's good. It's good to do something that will lead you to be employed, I think.
Yeah, it's definitely one of the most top paid jobs out there, from what I heard.
Are you going more for money or are you going for something you'll enjoy doing?
Well, I'm more into interesting stuff. No, I'm not really into money, to be honest.
Right.
Money is just a tool to use later on in the life, and it's gonna be
Tank.
used for
Where's
the
Tank? What's going on?
most.
No, we lost Tank.
Oh no,
I don't want to see a
he
bot.
disconnected.
Maybe.
Well, that's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, now we got a bot. Crap.
Yeah,
Okay.
hope he doesn't attack me.
Well, where are you? You're still in 4 positions, eh?
Yeah.
I'm going. Yeah. I'm going for 3 positions this time around. We'll see how it goes. So look how nice I am to you. Giving you that easy get to it.
You don't have to be nice.
Nah, but I want to be.
I appreciate it.
I want you to win on the show. I want all the people to know unequivocally that Xerokee's the best.
Thanks.
So to just address the elephant in the room, we were paired in round 1 of the tournament, which is coming up tomorrow, and I'm really not looking forward to that game.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be pure entertainment.
Well, So we're with Drew, and did you see one of the other people dropped out?
Yeah, I saw.
So maybe we
some
just
random.
get a no-show.
Yeah, maybe, I don't know.
I
I
played.
hope we don't get a staff that's gonna suck.
Well, that was the other story with my round one game last tournament. You were staff and you played.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that was a different story.
It sounds like a similar story because you're helping out. So just for the people,
Yeah.
the tournament has to have no more than 2 AIs, and
Yeah, but that was different because there wasn't enough slot to start the game, so I basically was forced to play.
which you don't really want to do because you don't want to be in a spot where you have to show any favoritism to anybody, right?
Yeah.
But also, you don't really want to play to win, even though you're supposed to play to win.
Yeah, I wasn't really taking it seriously much.
Right. No, it's a tough spot.
That's why I failed a lot of potential kills there.
I saw. I was like, what's Xerokee doing? Why am I still alive?
I just didn't want to ruin other people's games. I'm not like that.
No, it was appreciated. You really aren't like that. It happens to you too much for you to be like that.
Yeah.
I see it, and I don't know if everyone else sees it, but your reaction to people suiciding into you, or at least from your perspective, people suiciding into you, is very interesting to me. Because it shows that you're seeing something that they're not seeing. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, most of the time, yeah.
so you're
But
operating on
it's
a
hard to
level. Okay, can you try and explain it?
Well, they mostly don't know the advanced stuff on positioning, on attacking the right directional routes and stuff like that. So it's oftentimes they just suicide to the top player because they know you're the one of the best out there. So they just want to get rid of you as fast as possible.
And that's why the channel is named the Kill Pete Strategy.
Of course.
I've been living this story a long time.
Yeah.
But maybe I shouldn't have told people that, because now it's starting to happen to me more too.
Yeah.
It's all good, right? It's lonely at the top.
Yeah. But it takes a lot of interesting games out of it.
That actually nicely segues into what I wanted to ask you as well. So you're at the top of the game of Risk. What keeps you going?
Well, mostly because I love the game personally. I used to play it from the very childhood, something like 10 years old or something like that. I used to play it a lot with my friends and I really enjoyed it, to be honest. I wasn't that good in it, but I learned a lot of stuff from watching YouTube videos and stuff like that. So I just basically learned to grasp it myself. It's not really easy to do that, but it's a great feeling when you manage to learn something.
Yeah. Well, you seem to have learned it very, very well.
Yeah,
So
I did.
who on YouTube were you watching originally?
Well, I used to watch a lot of Master Risk and Risk Forever, of course, but I didn't really find it that useful to me. I often learned to adapt to my own strategies and stuff like that. So I basically improved on more advanced stuff, what they were saying in the videos and stuff like that.
It looks like I'm being farmed. Can't say I really enjoy that, but let's see how it works.
Yeah, I have pretty shitty cards.
Well, don't tell me that. Yeah,
Well, I don't care in meaning, so
part of my desire for this show and all of the shows that I do is to make better games for myself. So I'm really trying to put out, quality Risk theory on YouTube so that other people can have something to learn from, and then just the average game that I play might be a little bit better.
yeah,
So
I respect that.
So we don't have to deal with those random suicides maybe as often.
Yeah.
Maybe as often. There's always new people coming up, and to your credit, I really see you being very active and very helpful.
Oh yeah.
As far as being support and just telling people useful facts about the game and trying to get people better. So it's nice to see that, and Spike as well, right? It's nice to see that the top guys in this game are interested in raising everyone else up.
Yeah, it's always a great feeling.
So you say the love of Risk keeps you going.
Yeah, I love the game personally. I don't know how to explain it, to be honest. I used to play a lot of strategy games in younger days, so I just love the idea of it, to grasp unique strategies and stuff like that no one really sees that much, and I love doing it.
When did you discover 1v1s? How long into your progression did that take?
Uh, yeah, I discovered it almost 1 year ago, actually. I think I learned it from Risk Forever or someone. I think I saw it on YouTube or something like that. And then I just started testing it myself, and I find it very interesting to ranked up.
Yeah, very quick, right? Very efficient.
Yeah, very quick, yeah.
Well, so I started a 1v1 account.
Initially.
I started a 1v1 account yesterday, or 2 days ago. And I did the novice to grandmaster speedrun or something. And it blows my mind. Like, I mean, I always heard that it was more efficient, but it's not even close compared to what I was doing before. So if rank is the only thing, and I know you wouldn't say it is, but if it's
it isn't.
If it's the only thing you care about, like, it's not close. You got to do 1v1s.
Yeah, the ranking system just forces you to do 1 versus 1 because it takes more points on your rank than free for all games and stuff like that. SMG didn't really tend to do it, but it's how it happened.
Right. And you think they're going to change it? Because I've been hearing about auto match now for a long time, but I don't see it happening.
Yeah, they will change it eventually, but who knows what date it will be, and who knows what kind of impact it will have, because you don't know what they're gonna change exactly.
Well, what do you predict?
Well, I think they will still have some 1v1 maps, but it won't have such an impact like it used to have. And it definitely won't be much fixed settings like standard auto match settings, 120 seconds and stuff like that. It won't be the same settings.
I don't want to play 120-second games, though. Like, I don't want to play those games. They're going to take forever.
Yeah, players often steal as much as possible.
But I guess we have to recognize that we're not the majority here, right?
Yeah, of course.
That's too bad, because I'm really liking where things are right now. I mean, aside from the fact that rank is kind of bullshit, but of course,
yeah,
I would say that to you, right? Number one guy. So you hear this a lot, eh? Do you get a lot of flack from people? Do they?
Yeah. People often complain about it, that it's unfair that you can just rank up that easily in 1v1 versus noobs and stuff like that. They often complain about it, but SMG just wanted to put it like that. I don't know why.
Because maybe they realized
very hard.
They didn't realize. I think that, really clever guys like you and Spike would just figure out a way to not lose and just grind up your rank over and over and over again.
Yeah, it's getting boring at this point for me.
Well, then why do you do it?
Well, because I have to sustain my rank, and because my friends force me to keep going and going and going until the system resets totally.
So, you say you have to.
Well, most of the time.
Why?
but I'm enjoying it. I love pushing myself to the limits because it makes me learn new stuff. A lot of great stuff I learn from pushing myself the limits.
Like what?
Well,
What's give me an example of something you've learned recently.
well, I don't really have good examples as of right now, but it's most of the time just pushing yourself to the boundaries that if you feel like you don't want to keep going, grinding and grinding because you lost and stuff like that, you just need to motivate yourself with other stuff in real life and what you enjoy most of the time in games and stuff like that. Yeah, I don't know how to explain it because my my language isn't that good.
Sure. Do you think it's ego?
No, no, not definitely not ego because well, it's not it's not about how big you are. It's about how much you learn about something and how much you enjoy it.
Will you ever get to a place where you think you've run out of things to learn?
Well, definitely, but the the younger atmosphere for me makes me just push the boundaries as much as possible because I have the energy for it and I really enjoy it.
Do you sleep enough?
Yeah, I do, but I stay up night a lot of times at 2 a.m. Because I don't feel like sleeping a lot of times. Oh wow, I just suicided my
Hmm. Why?
laptop.
I wonder why.
Uh, because I just love playing games at night. I enjoy it. I don't know how to
Oh,
explain
so you
it.
wake up late and you go to sleep late, basically.
Yeah, yeah.
I definitely did that when I was.
I don't like waking up very early because it makes me exhausted for some reason.
Yeah, I think that's an age thing. I was like that too.
Yeah,
I don't get up too early. I get up at 8 when I feed my cats, so that's not too early.
yeah, that makes sense.
But I guess it is if you're staying up till 2 a.m. This risk game though can be very addictive.
Indeed.
All right,
Well, a
so
lot of games are personally addicted.
how do I kill white?
Uh,
I
well, you
can't.
can.
How do I kill you? That seems more
Um,
realistic.
I think you can.
I think I can.
Yeah, I'm dead.
I think I can, but it's close. Ah!
Okay. You got me, though. You got me.
I don't know how.
Pretty sure you got me.
I
The
got it.
time, though, the time. Yeah, GG.
Woo!
First to go out.
Sorry,
First to
man.
go out.
I had to try. I had to try. Ugh,
Yeah, I know, I know.
stupid.
All good.
Stupid split though. Um. Okay, now what?
Yeah, pretty sure you can kill White right now.
Push through Gabe? I don't think so.
Yeah,
You would go for that? I'm not going for that. No way. It's too close.
I will.
Would you? You would actually in my seat do that?
Yeah, I will, actually.
30.
Can
No, because I have to push through a 20 and a 15, right? To get white.
you have troops in you have troops in Europe, so you can push through the 4 and 5 to get to the 7. I think it's a bit risky, but I think you could have make it.
Really? So
Yeah.
you go for kills like that I don't think are possible, and then you make them happen.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to watch your game a little bit more and learn something myself, right?
Yeah, I know.
So now who wins this game? It looks like Gabe is just setting it up to kill. Okay, he's going to kill Tank now, right? Gabe wins. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
He's just being greedy and rolling singles. Yeah.
He's manual rolling for no reason.
Gabe kills tank, and then he kills white. And that's the game.
Yeah.
So, when someone asks you if you're good, what would you tell them?
Well, that's often subjective, but I think I will often tell that I know a lot of stuff about Risk. And I will, of course, mention that I reached number 1 in Risk, but it wasn't in fair methods for the system. But it's still, I will have teach them a lot of stuff.
And you're happy to do so.
Yeah, of course.
I think Gabe kills everybody now.
Yeah, he has this game now.
Who goes next? Me or the general?
Probably general, because he has 5 cards. And you always need to go for the most cards, except if you're blocked or something, and you can't get to them.
So tell me about Spike. Because you guys have some kind of agreement going. Tell me what you can tell me.
Well, we are mostly organized in making secret groups.
Okay.
We love to talk about private stuff a lot of times in Risk, and basically we just want to attain the top spots as much as possible.
But you guys let each other share the top spot, which is pretty cool to see.
Yeah, it's very unique.
It shows me that you're both being really good sports about it.
Yeah, we don't really care about number 1 at this point, because we were holding it for such a long time at this point that we don't care if someone gets to us.
Like Tank now. You've let a third guy be number 1.
Well, that's a different story. Well, that mostly means for some random players who we don't know about.
I think I just lose. Too bad.
Yeah, good game.
Good game. Well done, Gabe. Nicely done.
That was fun. He always wins a lot of times.
Yeah, he's quite good.
Oh, yeah.
So if it's a secret group, then I don't get to know, is what you're saying. Your secret groups with... Okay, tell me what you can tell me about Spike, because I actually don't know him very well, and I'm interested. Maybe he'll be on the show, too, at some point.
Well, he's a really dedicated teenager. He's actually younger than me, but he's really good in organizing stuff, and really respectful person in the community. Yeah. Don't know how to tell other stuff.
Would you guys?
Not perfect right now.
No, it's all good. Would you guys you became friends, obviously?
Yeah.
Did you were you competitors first, or did you start off as friends, or how did that go?
Well, we were competing a lot in the past, so we started to become friends the moment we were close to each other in ranking. So we just agreed that it was pointless to continue grinding a lot of times, competing a lot of times without no reason, because no one could get to us either way, and we just agreed to become friends and just have an agreement to hold the number 1 spots.
Okay, what's your map?
It's Boston.
You want to play Boston?
Well, not right now.
No, I mean, what do you want to play right now?
We can do... Let me check, actually.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure of the names of the maps right now. Yeah, we can do Italy.
Italy, I like that one. There's a little piece of your home there, eh?
Yeah, yeah. Italy is besides Croatia, obviously.
All right, let's see who can get around again. Italy. I don't know why. I don't know who General Hirata is, though.
Oh, I never heard of that guy.
Maybe he's just sitting on the Play with Friends menu, waiting to jump in. Maybe Parlox will come in for a game.
Yeah, maybe he will. I don't know where he has gone to, but it's fine.
Ooh, Big Dog's coming.
Oh.
Let's see if we can get one more. There we go. All right.
As much attack as possible, because we want interesting games.
Yeah, I know. I know that the General Hirata guy is a more of a novice player, so I just want to have, particularly with you, right? I don't want to have a situation where, as we've played a lot now together, so often happens, right? Where someone just ends up making a mistake in the late game and ruining your game, and that's you get a little frustrated, and I get it.
Yeah. Oftentimes we're already used to it anyway, so it's not such a big problem as it used to be.
You have a sense of humor about it, for sure.
Yeah.
All right, so let me ask you a couple of Parlox's questions, because he was wondering why you suck at Risk.
Well, that's mostly obvious questions. Well, I do suck at Risk oftentimes because a lot of suicides happen and stuff like that, you know.
Which just proves his point.
Yeah.
See, I think I suck, and I think I'm going to start telling people that more. Maybe I'll rename the channel the Don't Kill Pete strategy.
Right? Yeah, maybe.
So
I don't know. I think it's really subjective. You can suck because you don't know a lot of things in the game, mechanics and stuff like that. You don't watch influential people that try to teach you the most basic stuff in Risk, and you oftentimes just attack pointlessly a lot of territories. A lot of noobs
What would you tell noobs? Right? Imagine this is your platform to tell them something that they should. What are some of the most important things for a new player to understand?
Well, mostly not to be aggressive so much for no reason, because if you're aggressive too much to other players, you're oftentimes going to be focused as much as possible. They just want to get rid of you, and you're not going to have a good time with it. That's the number one tip. Don't be too much aggressive. And it depends on settings, obviously. If you're playing progressive, you don't want to take continents, obviously. You're just going to screw yourself up.
Do you ever take a continent in progressive?
Rarely. Except if I'm forced to take it, I'm going to take it, but that's rarely a case, to be honest.
Right.
And the basic principle says that you shouldn't go for continents, because it just doesn't give a point to the later phase of the game. The cards are going to matter a lot.
So when you see, I don't know if you play multiplayer progressive at all in public lobbies, but when you see people really aggressively going for their continents, doesn't that just tell you a lot about where they're at? You know?
Yeah, that tells me pretty much enough stuff about how they play. Because it's obvious that they don't know the right intentions to progress the game the right way, and just gives me a pleasure to possibly win easier than I'm used to win.
Yeah, and it happens again and again and again. People you break their continent maybe, and then they suicide into you because they're upset, and it's like, wait, it's progressive. Don't they know?
Yeah, they don't. A lot of people don't play progressive because they are not used to play it in board games. In board games, you don't have stuff like that.
So look what just happened. We're playing with Big Dog, right? We're playing with a Grandmaster here who is
going
for a continent in progressive.
Interesting.
Well, what do you think about that? He's guarding it too, right? He doesn't want me to break it. You didn't break it. You got the 8 stack there. So, is he going to hold this continent?
Well, probably he will because no one is gonna be interested in attacking it, except if they are just not wanting to make him strong in later phase of the game.
Do you think it's going to matter?
Well, yeah, continents don't really matter later on, and it will just make you a big target.
So should I break? Should I break him or not?
Well, as you want.
It's up to me. I get to be the bad guy.
Yeah.
Sure.
Indeed.
I don't think I will.
I think it's pointless though. You shouldn't attack it because you're just gonna make yourself weaker, and he's gonna be weak.
For no reason.
You're both gonna be weak.
I weaken him, and I don't really advantage myself.
Yeah, especially if he has a set, and he's just gonna stale with the cards.
I'll let him have it. But it's interesting.
Yeah, that's probably the best decision.
It's interesting to see that come up at exactly that moment in the conversation when we're talking about continents being irrelevant.
Yeah, it's a really good coincidence.
Yes. Sure. Well, good luck, sir. Now you get extra troops. Yeah. I guess you win, right?
Yeah, of course he will.
We'll see. He's only on one side of the board, though.
Yeah.
That's another thing. Feel free to not answer this because I know you're trying to win your tournament game, as am I.
Mm-hmm.
So, what do you think is the correct number of positions in Turkey?
Well, you want to obviously have at least 3 positions far as much as possible from your...
So 3 is the minimum.
Yeah, 3 minimum positions from as much as far as possible. You're gonna need to stay away from players that can take you out later on.
Is 4 too many?
Oh, 4 is actually the perfect amount because it's gonna be very hard to...
I think so too, but I haven't been winning very many of these games. So I wanted to run it by you because I'm sure you're practicing somewhat as well.
Yeah. 4 is basically the perfect amount you want to be spread out because you're oftentimes going to be blocked out from another player that the other player can't take you out from that, and you're going to be in safe spot most of the time. It's mostly very good in corners as well.
The big if there, though, is if the other players are good or not.
Yeah, of course. if a lobby is stacked, and then you're gonna be having a rough time most of the time because everyone knows a lot of stuff already, and it's hard to adapt to new strategies.
Well, you have 4 positions here. This is a much smaller, smaller board, though.
But of course, it depends how cards work on my end. If I don't get good cards, I'm obviously gonna be in pretty shitty spot.
Well, that's the thing that kills you in progressive, not having a match on 4 in the late game, right? Over and over again, it just gets you.
Oftentimes.
And then I've also been wondering what to do about that bot. Because it might be correct to keep the bot small, but everyone seems to run away from it, which is usually the correct strategy, right?
Yeah, you need to stay away from the bot as much as possible because he's just gonna weaken you. He's gonna go for the continent. If you're in that continent, he's gonna destroy as much as troops as possible. So it's obviously the best decision to just let the bot let's be strong.
And then the bot gets second place usually.
Yeah, but you're basically forced to let that happen.
It's a rough round 1, man. Those settings are.
Yeah.
I don't want to say super lucky, but against really good opponents, they seem to be a lot of luck.
Yeah, the 90 seconds is a problem because a lot of noobs are gonna have a lot of good opportunities to take you out in time, even with animations on. So 90 seconds is definitely a key setting here.
Well, maybe that was all intentional
Yeah, it probably was.
to give us sharks a bit more of a hard time.
Yeah, to make it more interesting versus noobs.
How many of these tournaments have you competed in?
I competed in 3 tournaments. In some, I got disqualified in one because I wasn't really that good in handling suicide at that time. I was really mad because someone suicided me and I got disqualified because of it.
Oh, you
But I
told you
learned
told
from
them
that.
off.
I learned from that experience, of course.
I see. I see. Yeah. Well, it's never worth it to get mad, right? We're supposed to be having fun
Yeah,
here.
of course.
But you are an emotional guy, right? You play with your emotions, somewhat.
Well, sometimes depends. I'm used to controlling it at this point because this stuff happen a lot of times, and it's just whatever at this point for me.
You put in early. Why?
Uh, what early?
You put your match in early.
Oh yeah,
Why?
because I don't want to be targeted.
I see. You're worried about getting killed.
Yeah, and trying new strategies, of course. And the match
Oh,
isn't
okay.
that big as of right now, so it's often useful if you trade in as early as possible,
Why?
and you get a good set later on.
I see. You're trying to
So
make.
I like to trade in very early if I'm starting first, second, or third because I'm gonna have a lot of advantage later on with the cards, even if you don't have the right sets. So it's often more worth it to do that.
And it also makes you less of a target to just die.
Yeah,
Ah, that's a
because
good
if you're holding
idea.
a lot of cards, you're just gonna get smashed.
Right. I never thought of it that way.
Yeah, it all depends on scenarios in the game.
Well, I have 3 positions, and they're all pretty strong, so I don't think anyone can kill me.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Not sure what Lee General's doing, though. He missed a card.
I don't think he's concentrating on this game so much.
Maybe. So what are you working on at the moment in the game? What are some of your goals right now?
Well, I don't really have much goals other than maybe play some free for all games to reach top 500 and stuff like that. I I I'm personally used to play friends mode at this point because I don't want to stress myself with this game anymore because I've reached most of the goals in the game anyways, so it's whatever for me at this point.
It's all about having fun.
Yeah,
Excellent.
how much fun I get from it.
I still feel like I have something to prove.
Yeah, it all depends on special preferences and stuff like that.
I want to see maybe if I can get higher up with 1v1s before they update.
Oh yeah, you can definitely try that.
Well, it's possible, but I'm not very good at that
Yeah.
either, so I have to learn more. One of the things I'm working on more is just like things like this show, right? Connecting with you guys and connecting other people with other people so that we can have really good games. And that's sort of part of the game for me too.
Yeah, I think that's the most important part because you just want to hang out with your friends and stuff like that. You want to enjoy the game. You don't want to stress yourself much because of the game and goals and stuff like that.
I don't really know if I feel stressed.
Well, I'm just personally saying that for me because it was just really stressful to climb top ranks in the past and stuff like that.
So if you knew what you know now, you wouldn't do it again?
Yeah, probably not.
Really?
I'm just tired from it.
Huh. Okay.
I've been holding number one for more than 4 months at this point, me and Spike, and we're just retired at this point.
Take the trophy and go home.
Yeah, exactly that. And basically let other people have a chance to reach at the top when the opportunity is made
Who
in the
else?
future.
Who else is going to do it? Like, how many guys around there could do what you and Spike and now Tank have done?
Well, I'm not sure. Maybe I don't know. I don't know really, to be honest. They're doing really well though, because they are not losing so much as they used to. The 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 limit on the points is much higher than it used to be.
Is it easy for you to identify people who are better than you?
Well, most of the time from the status and stuff like that.
Okay.
You see a trashy status, and if it has a small amount of hours, it's not so big of a deal.
Yeah, well, if you look at
Basically, the system basically forces you to play accounts like that, so you don't lose a lot of points from one loss, and you just need to repay all of it from 20 wins or something.
oh, I see what you mean. No, what I meant by the question was not when you filter when you're playing rank. My question was more like, let's say you're playing with friends.
Yeah.
Is it easy for you to tell who you're playing against if they're, you know? Because I'm sure there are some people who are better than you, at least in some settings, right?
Yeah, of course.
So is it how do you know? Like what can you tell? You know what I mean?
So, how do I know from play friends to what?
If they're better than you in some ways, right? If you're playing an opponent that you feel you have something to learn from, how would you tell?
Well, I didn't really experience that, to be honest.
Oh, okay.
So I don't really know the right answer
It's
to
hard.
it.
It's hard for you to tell.
Yeah, because I already learned most of the important stuff in the game, and I don't really know any other patterns that players have invented to take advantage of me. So it just all depends on dice and cards most of the time for me.
You can tell when you're being hunted.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get nervous whenever I see you sticking your territories right next to mine.
Well, that's coincidental.
Yeah, of course. Of course. You would never just eat me out of nowhere.
Yeah, of course. Well, I'm not really positioned well to take you out either way, so
well,
you're good.
Right now you're in a good position to not die, though.
True.
You feel if I were you, I'd feel very safe.
I think I'm in pretty good spots from the other players.
All right, here's where everything goes kaboom. This is the end of
Here
this.
comes the fun.
Yeah, here comes the fun, for sure. Who's going to win this game?
I don't know.
Big Dog's holding 5 cards, dude.
Big Dog has a lot of potential in this game.
I don't know, though. He's holding 5. Do you have what it takes?
I'm not sure. I'm thinking of taking out someone, but I'm not really positioned well for anything. I was thinking of taking out White, but my 13 is totally isolated from him.
Yes.
That sucks. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna stay passive.
Something has to break. This game is right. The tension is building. Something has to happen.
Yeah, something is definitely gonna happen soon.
Oh, does he not have a match?
So if White doesn't have a trade now, I might have a potential to take him out.
if he doesn't have a match, there's going to be big trouble for everybody.
Yeah. I think Big Dog is gonna have a good chance of taking out someone.
I don't think Big Dog gets another turn.
Mm.
Yeah.
Maybe someone can take him out.
Let's see what Gabe does.
Well, White is probably dead.
Yeah.
And if Gabe doesn't have a trade, he's gonna be in trouble as well. Yeah, I think Big Dog is gonna take out someone. Pretty sure.
I'm telling you, I don't think Big Dog gets another turn, man.
Maybe someone can take him out.
That's
Maybe.
right. That's right. Just gotta do my math.
Mm. Oh, I think. Oh, yeah. Yeah. You could have. Alright. Oh, you got him.
Oh, I had to get a bit lucky there. Well, let's see it. No!
Oh! You still have a 13. Oh.
Yes, baby. Oh, baby.
You got it.
That was close, dude. Yeah, now this is hard. Can I get Big Dog? Do I have enough troops?
Probably not.
No? No?
Nope.
Fuck.
You're too much blocked in.
Fuck. Well, I tried.
Yeah, I think Big Dog is gonna take out Gabe.
Damn it. I had to overcommit a bit, right? At least I got the kill, but yeah, now I'm in trouble. Now everyone's in trouble. So your event helping too this time around?
Yeah.
I really hope we have a good game tomorrow, man.
Yeah, we're gonna.
Well,
I hope.
It's gonna be good for somebody.
There's just one noob in the game, I think.
Yeah.
So we shouldn't have so much problems in winning it.
We'll see. I'll tell them to go for you. I'll tell them to go for you instead of me.
It's fine.
Yeah.
I'm just here to have fun in the tourney at this point. I don't care if I don't win anymore.
Right on, man. That's a good attitude. It's important to be a good sport, I think.
I just attained a lot of goals already and experienced and stuff. I'm just used to having fun now. I don't like to do serious stuff anymore in the games.
Nothing to prove?
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope one day I get there. To a place where I don't feel like I have anything to prove either.
Yeah, I think you already proved enough as well,
Well,
in my opinion.
Not to me yet. Not to me. I still want that a little more in terms of rank, I guess.
Yeah, fair enough.
Because like I'm stuck in the middle of the top 100 with my style.
Yeah.
And I really don't actually think it's ever possible to get to top 10 playing free for all. But Aries says he's trying again, so that's cool to see.
Yeah.
And for what it's worth, I actually think Aries is better than me. So.
Yeah, he's really good in zombies.
He's really good. All right, I don't know.
This is interesting.
Okay.
Oh, yeah,
Gabe's
he's
cutting
there
across
now.
that way. Cool, good for him. Does Gabe win again?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah, I think he's gonna go for me now. Not sure.
Or me.
Yeah, you're dead.
I have an extra card.
Gabe has a lot of luck.
Well played, Gabe.
He's actually going for me.
You think?
Yeah, I think he's positioning to take me out. Not sure. Or not. He's gonna run out of time.
He needs more time, yeah.
Yeah, he's not gonna have enough time.
Well, guess what?
You have a set.
Nope. Son of a
That
bitch.
sucks.
Yeah, I know.
I don't have a set as well, though.
So close. Well, now I just get eaten.
Yeah.
Oh, Big Dog got a
No,
set, though. Big Dog got a set. Who dies? Do I die? 5 cards?
Yeah.
I think I die.
You're dead now.
Fuck. Gotta love progressive.
Yeah.
GG, Big Dog.
GG.
And I tried so hard, too. Does he get everybody this turn?
Probably.
Yeah. So, we were talking shit about holding continents, and here you go.
Yeah, sometimes you can get lucky in cards and positions, and if you're not focused a lot, and then you're basically in a safe spot.
Adriatic coast for the win, huh?
Yeah.
You ever spend any time down on the Adriatic coast?
Yeah, I did. In summer.
It's beautiful,
I used to go there. Yeah, it's really, the beaches are beautiful.
Do you like seafood?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. See, I should move to Croatia. What am I doing? Fucking winter, stupid idiot. So before we go, is there anything you want to promote? Or anything you want to tell people about that they might not know?
Not really. Most Discord community servers I recommend for tourneys and stuff like that. It's really fun to do.
Yeah, I'll link everybody in the show notes about all the Discord servers if they want to get more into the game and connect with people. That's how I've been having a ton of fun, and I'm so grateful to have met you and for this opportunity to get to know you better.
Same.
Yeah,
thank you.
Thanks, man. So I think that's a good place to end it at.
Yeah.
I hope you had fun.
Probably. I have to go as well, either way.
Okay, cool. I hope you had fun, and I'll send you a link to this when it's up, and you can give me any feedback. But thank you very much, Xerokee.
Sure.
I really appreciate it.
Thank you
right.
as well. See ya.
And for all of you on the path to world domination, good games and good luck.